hatch has been opened on the SpaceX capsule that splashed down with Starliner astronauts Butch, Wilmore and Sunita Williams on board. I want to go ahead and see if we can hear any of the NASA comms right now.
One from any potential damage. Oh, we can see the recovery crew member there taking photos of the side hatch seal. This is part of the standard operation for recovery. These photos will get saved into our procedure. We'll then install that protective frame around the side hatch. This helps to ensure that the side hatch itself, the edges of it incur no damage while crew members are coming out from the spacecraft.
I want to go ahead and bring in CBS News, well, actually, former NASA astronaut and Sierra Space Chief astronaut Dr. Tom Marshburn. You've been through this. You've been bobbing in one of those capsules, taken onto the deck of a ship like that. Can you kind of take us through the photos, the careful assessment that's happening right now before these astronauts can actually leave?
Yeah, sure. It's very clear, and each crew member is thinking this, that you're in the hands of a group that's done this before. They're very professional. The hatch comes open, they wave, the flight surgeon will step in and point to each crew member and say, exactly how are you feeling? Are you ready to come out? Do you mind having a picture taken? They might do a very quick assessment just to make sure nobody's got any aches or pains, anything like that.
From where we are right now and from your vantage point, is the surgeon inside yet or not yet?
You'll see them. They don't climb all the way in, so you'll kind of see them. There's not a lot of room in that capsule.
Right.
You'll kind of see they'll get their torso and their hands in there and eyes on each crew member. And then they'll start the process of pulling them out. But first, what you might see is some photographers and a videographer. If every astronaut says, yeah, you can go ahead and take a video, they'll just get a quick scan of everyone. And if we get a view of them, actually, you might see them waving while they're in their seats still.
And so you also told us, set some realistic expectations that we're likely not, there could be an exception, we're likely not going to see these astronauts, you know, hopping off, doing the moonwalk right here on the deck.
Correct.
And why is that?
Even if they feel like they want to, and even if they physically could, because you're never quite sure.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of astronauts coming back from space. It's happened to me as well. You step off, you think I feel great, and then suddenly you stand up and go, wow. You know, you're dehydrated. You've got a lot of fluid still that you got to get into your body to get back to your Earth normal state. And somebody can get woozy. There's the videographer is in there. Everybody's waving. That's always a good sign.
Great.
And,
it is tight in there, yeah. And they're just hanging out.
They're just hanging out. They're waiting to be told what to do.
Okay.
Because it has to be just one at a time. There's only room for one person at a time to come through the hatch.
Generally speaking,
that's right.
And so, Doctor, they're also going to be taken on a stretcher, right?
Right.
Why is that?
So there's a medical bay in the middle of the ship. We want to make sure that everybody gets a really good assessment, a physical assessment, making sure that we understand what their physical state is. It helps in the science to understand what happens to a person immediately when they come back. But also, they might need some attention. About 1 in 5 astronauts can feel quite sick. Your inner ear has not adapted at all to 1G, and for some people, that makes them motion sick. It's very unique. It's completely unique. You can't, if you're car sick or anything like that, doesn't mean you'll get this kind of sickness. It's completely different. Right.
Hang on for us. I want to go ahead and bring in CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood. So, Bill, you've been listening to the communications, the broadcast since we left you. What are some of your takeaways about what has happened since splashdown and now, these images we're seeing?
You know, I think the real takeaway for me is, you know, with all the hype that's gone with this mission, waiting to get Butch, Wilmore and Sunita Williams back to Earth and talking about that so frequently, what's so striking is how absolutely normal all of this is. As Tom was saying, this is proceeding by the book, exactly like they would do for any crew coming back from the International Space Station. You know, someone asked the other day, well, won't they do something special for Williams and Wilmore after, 286 days in space? And the answer is no, not really. It's going to be the same protocols they go through with any long-duration crew member coming back, which Tom can talk to much better than I can. But that's what strikes me about it. Despite the nature of this mission, everything that's happened today, and really for the preceding parts of this mission, has been absolutely normal. It's very impressive, as he said earlier, to see these professionals do their job and do it so cleanly.
probably the exact endorsement NASA wants to hear, right, from Bill there. So am I mistaken, or did I just see the first stretcher being loaded on to the capsule?
I couldn't quite tell in the shadows if that was the first person or
it
not.
looked like just a flat board, not like a typical medical
stretcher. Yeah, so that might be the ramp they're sliding in.
Okay.
So crew member can't, they're strong, you know, there's just, their balance is off, way off. So they can unstrap, they can probably lift themselves out of the seat, and they go ahead and accept the help that's been offered and just slide out onto the gurney. Yeah.
You know, this is going to be a very detailed question, but they undocked at like 1 in the morning. Have they just been awake since then?
They had a few hours. This was a pretty quick return for a SpaceX capsule, but they had a few hours. I'll bet you they were falling asleep. Yeah. And that period of time when they were falling towards the Earth, you can't tell. You know, when you're in the vacuum of space, and there are alarms that are set to remind them when they have a big event coming up.
Okay.
So they'll have a few hours. They probably got out of their seats and had something to eat. But you're right. Coming into the atmosphere, it's the beginning of the end of a very long day, typically an 18, 20-plus hour day. They might have been sleep shifting on board. They're probably tired to begin with. They had to get their suits on, get everything ready. So it's, and the space station is a tough place to leave, saying their last goodbyes or goodbyes until next time.
Can you explain that a little bit more? Why after 285 days it would be tough to leave?
Because all astronauts know exactly how special that place is to be on orbit. Incredible laboratory, unlike anywhere else on Earth, especially with the microgravity and the views of the Earth and the camaraderie. I actually shed some tears when my crewmates would leave because of the experience we had together. So it's an emotional time. You're almost like a family up there.
A very unique club. Mm-hmm. Is it also fair to say you don't know if or when you'll have that experience again? I mean, yes, some people do have multiple trips, but I mean, this could be the last potentially.
Sure, every space flight's a privilege. You never know. I could have had a medical issue and not been able to do my last flight or last 2 flights. Anything can happen, really.
What do you think is happening right now in this moment?
So right now, it looks like they're finishing up their assessments. They're probably working on. I don't see a stretcher rolled up there, but from the astronaut cosmonaut perspective, it's really fast. Once they slide you onto the gurney, the medical team brings you to the med bay, and they start their evaluation. They'll probably start an IV actually, because like I mentioned, you're dehydrated, so you got to get the fluids in there. If you need any motion sickness meds, you get that.
You had told me off camera why astronauts are so dehydrated. Can you explain that to folks?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, our bodies are built, we're sitting up right now, for the valves in the heart and the blood vessels to keep blood in their head, so we stay conscious. That doesn't stop when you get into space. That's still working that way, so the blood is always up in your head and you feel it. You can feel the pressure at the base of your skull. When the first few nights in space, when the lights are out, you almost feel like you're hanging upside down a little bit. But you start to get used to that over time. It never goes away, but you get used to it. But then the body says, hey, I've got too much fluid on board. In very unique ways, completely unique. It only happens in space. The fluid in your body finds its way between the cells and the rest of your body as well. And you get a little bit dehydrated, and you just don't drink as much for a while as well. So you're about 15% low in the tank. And then that's normal for space.
What's happening right now, Tom?
So let's see. So is that, looks like, trying to see if looks like they've got one crew member out. You can see the white helmet.
As our first crew member.
There we go.
They got it.
And that is NASA astronaut Nick Hague, commander of Crew 9.
To the gurney. Stood him up.
Now out of Crew Dragon Freedom.
But they were holding on to him. He might have wanted to just keep standing there, but they said, nope, we're just going to hold on to you.
Thumbs up and a wave. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, that is one.
So he's going straight back to the med bay, and they're going to get the next crew member out.
As we said before, it is standard procedure for all of our long-duration.
It's actually quite, as we say, provocative. That is to your vestibular system. When that gurney takes a couple of corners and goes into the med bay, those are little accelerations and turns that your body's not used to, and your head can really start spinning. So they have to be a little gentle with this.
The SpaceX flight surgeon. So we'll see that take place for all four.
And by the way,
of our crew members today.
there's a SpaceX team and a NASA team there. Their individual NASA flight surgeon is there with them as well, the ones they've been talking to every week and the one they trained with that they know really well.
And I know that the other Crew 9 astronauts who are also on board with Butch and Sunny didn't spend quite as much time in space. Are the effects the same, or does the duration impact how one feels upon re-entry?
That's a great question. After about a month, it's pretty much the same, no matter what. And it all depends on how well they exercised, if the exercise machines were working, how good the food was, if they had enough food, that sort of thing. That really makes the difference. And then just the individual variation in the whole thing. I will say that once they get to the med bay and get evaluated, it's a very quick trip to a helicopter that then takes them on shore. So just a huge blur of activity.
Bill, if you're still with us, can you explain that a little bit more, the helicopter and the jet flight that is still in their future, their immediate future?
Well, sure. You know, they've landed on a ship out at sea, if you will, in the Gulf off the Florida Panhandle. They're going to helicopter into shore, get on a NASA jet, and they'll fly back to Johnson Space Center in Houston. That's where the crew quarters are, where they've got a full suite of the stuff they need to do, the medical treatments, the rehabilitation protocols, all of that. And, of course, for 3 of these astronauts, they live in Houston, so they'll get back to their families faster. Alex Gorbunov is a Russian cosmonaut. He'll go through the same sort of initial medical checks, et cetera, before he flies back to Star City near Russia. So it's just a logical place to take them after an experience like this, and they'll get the best care on the planet.
Big smile.
And this is Russian cosmonaut Aleksandr Gorbunov coming out now.
He's the second. There he goes. And you see them come out and stand up. Again, with
now the 2 crew members
the great
remaining
exercise
in
equipment we
Dragon
have
are
up there, we're
NASA
able to
astronaut
be strong
Sunny
enough to
Williams
do
and
that.
Butch Wilmore.
Butch is coming out
They
now.
completed
He's going to
286
stand up.
After all that time,
first
you guys
time.
are going to be the last to leave.
That's right. They're in the, what did it say,
main
seats 1 and 4 on the side. The pilot
Okay.
commander can see the screen, so they come out first to make room, really.
Gotcha.
So
it's not some cool trick that NASA's
no,
playing.
no. Make him wait as long as possible. No, Butch is going to come out. He's going to stand up, and he'll be thrilled.
As I said before, we generally try to have the crew members that are located in the 2 center seats aboard Dragon, and we like to have them egress first if possible.
Tom, it's like you know what you're talking
It's
about.
a little bit more movable working room.
What is the
inside
discoloration we're seeing on the front of the
inside
capsule?
spacecraft.
So the
There's a
discoloration
recovery
is
crew member
actually the
inside that is
fiery
helping
return
all of
through the
our,
atmosphere. It burned the
all of
outside of
our
it. That's a skin around the capsule. They'll be able to, SpaceX will be able to replace.
And that's
They
by
want to-
design.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to want to reuse this capsule. That's why they're inspecting the hatch so closely, to make sure there's no nicks in or anything like that. That hatch has to close just perfectly well to keep the pressure inside when they're in space. Their life-giving pressure and air that they need. So that capsule was basically the center of a meteor coming in. And so it's
They're
been through a lot.
standing by for the next crew member to egress or exit Crew Dragon
So
Freedom
this is, I
following the
believe,
splashdown
Butch coming out next.
not even an hour ago at 2:57 p.m.
And what I was going to
Pacific
say
time.
is standing up is not very hard to do, but you see someone on either side of them, and that's important because if they turn their head too fast or spin around a little bit, then they can get really, really disoriented. So that can happen.
Really have the recovery operations down pretty quick at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to think that.
Would there have been a lot of jostling around once those parachutes were deployed, or
yes.
is most of the jostling pre-deployment?
No, the jostling is when they are deployed.
Okay.
And that is, you're right. You get a steady 4G pressure through your chest as you're coming in through the atmosphere, and you're decelerating so fast because you're hitting the friction of the atmosphere. That can affect you over time, just in the sense that you have to start taking your breath in sips, that sort of thing. But when the chute's open, that's a wild ride. The spinning and flipping, you're happy because the chute's opened.
Yes.
But a big impact, yeah.
Like the roughest roller coaster ride you
Oh,
can
yeah,
imagine.
yeah, they wouldn't allow that. For astronauts, it's a lot of fun.
On-time splashdown.
Here we
Looks
go.
like we're getting our next crew member here. That is none other than
It's Sunny.
Williams.
Oh, that's Sunny coming out.
Big smile, big waves.
So they put her straight into the, or she's going
She,
to
like her
come
other
off the
crew
ramp.
members, now
Little slide
will be
ramp there
assisted
and
onto
sit her down
mobility
in the
aid.
gurney. So what Sunny is feeling, seeing new faces, hearing voices, feeling the sea air and the smell of it, it's just a wonderful thing. You can't quite make sense of
There we
all
have
of
it.
that
Some waves, some thumbs up,
input
and some smiles.
after
Yeah,
being
you
on
were
the
talking
space
about
station
that with
that
John.
long.
It was so
Definitely seems
poignant
to
of
be
just the
a
little
theme
things that we
of
take
the
for
little
granted
things
every
that
day.
you
That
just love.
operations.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day out there. They're feeling the
Absolutely.
wind.
And of course,
They're loving
that
every second of
leaves
this.
NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore inside Dragon.
and just the elation of the culmination of so many, as thrilling as it is to be on the International Space Station, knowing that it's a once in a lifetime experience.
One person that's present there is a
getting some views of him
representative
now as he
from the Astronaut
egresses
Corps
or
who's there
exits
just to
the
do whatever the
spacecraft.
crew wants. Christina Cook was their astronaut rep for my crew, and she brought me some charcuterie.
Oh.
While I was in the med bay, sitting there, just something crunchy and some
Well, I want to hear more about
salami
that.
that I had not had in 6 months. She gave every
again,
crew member a
some
little bit, and we loved it.
Elation and cheers.
So there we go.
there
Huge smile
from
there on
Butch
your friend
Wilmore,
Butch.
There you go.
As we mentioned before, returning to
That's it.
Earth from
They're
All
there.
four have
So they're in
now.
the med bay now, getting
Yeah.
evaluated, soon to be whisked off on a helicopter.
Do you think they're eating charcuterie?
Could very well be. Somebody requested something. Sunny might be having hummus and pita bread. That was one of her favorite things in space. But yeah, we'll see. Good question.
The recovery vessel.
All right. So where does this vessel go now?
So that vessel, it's done its job. It's going to be taking the spacecraft eventually back to Hawthorne. I don't know if they dock and then transfer the capsule or if they just travel by boat all the way back there. So they've got to deposit that capsule and make sure it's taken care of. They do all the work they need to do, see how it did, and then refurbish it for the next flight.
Bill, we got a minute left. Final thoughts.
Watching Butch Wilmore come out of the capsule, broad smile, waving at folks. He looks to be in great shape. None the worse of the wear for their 286 days in space. Ditto for Sunita Williams. All in all, a fine way to wrap up this mission, even though it lasted much, much longer than anyone expected.
And how do you put this moment into words, Bill? I mean, you've been covering this. I feel like there's been an update almost every day from you about this, and now they're coming home, and now it's delayed again, and you've been so on top of it. It's been a saga, and obviously for the astronauts much more so, but for you as well to a certain extent. How would you sort of explain the culmination of this moment?
Well, I mean, it's just a relief. You know, it's one of those things that you expect everything to go well. You're not looking for problems, but when they actually get down, and it did go as well as this did, that's a relief all the way around, certainly for their families, and even for the space reporters who cover these missions. It's always fun to bring it to a successful conclusion, and that's what NASA appears to have done today.
Well, Bill Harwood and Dr. Tom Marshburn, can't imagine two better people to have as my co-pilots on really just a monumental day in space history. Thank you both so much.